System Shock, a groundbreaking immersive sim that originally was released in 1994, has arrived. And the question is whether it cost your money and time. As always, no spoilers for the story or later gameplay here, only details from the beginning of the game. So I won't compare the new and old version of System Shock, because developers did their best to create the same game with updated graphics and mechanics. In this game, we play as a hacker who attempts to unauthorizedly enter a corporate network. Then, some civilized gentleman visited his house and politely explained that he made a mistake. Afterwards, they informed him that he must gain access to Shodan, an advanced artificial intelligence that controls the operations of the station. In return, he would be rewarded with two things. He would be spared a lifetime in prison, and he would receive a new cyber interface. However, he would need to take a brief nap after its installation. For 6 months? Upon awakening, he became aware that something dreadful had transpired. And now, he found himself in the challenging mission of saving Zelda. Sorry, wrong game. After waking up, he understood that now everybody died, and AI became mad. So he must stop him, and if possible, not to die. This game is an immersive sim where players engage in various activities. At the beginning, players need to approach boxes and collect items. However, the doors do not open automatically. Players have to click on the opening button to make them open, and this remains the case throughout the game. After collecting items, players discover that they are actually cyber items that the protagonist installs automatically. These cyber items are neural interfaces that enhance the player's experience by providing a minimap and stamina gauge. Players can choose to turn these interfaces on or off. Additionally, players can access their inventory to examine items and read their descriptions. In the game, when players encounter a surgery machine that can heal their character's wounds, they need to click not somewhere on the object, but on the correct button to activate it, just like with the doors. Once activated, an animation plays depicting the character lying inside the machine while it heals him. This level of detail and interactivity is designed to enhance the immersive experience, allowing players to truly feel engaged and immersed in the game world. The core concept of the game is centered around the exploration and discovery. There is no predetermined path or set of instructions guiding players to their goal. Players must rely on their own instincts and reasoning to progress. The game hints that an AI has become rogue, but it does not explicitly explain what needs to be done to address the situation. Players have the freedom to open any door and explore any room they come across. However, most doors require a specific code of some form of unlocking mechanism to access them. Players must actively search for clues, solve puzzles, or find alternative routes to gain entry. The game rewards players for their efforts by offering new items, weapons, and valuable text or audio logs within these locked or hidden areas. In this game, the story unfolds on a deserted space station where everyone has perished. With no one to provide information, you must piece together the events by collecting fragments of information, reading logs, and listening to audio recordings. It is up to you to understand what happened to the character and uncover the truth. A key aspect of the gameplay is need of thoughtful exploration. You can't simply rush through levels. Instead, you must carefully observe your surroundings. If you find yourself stuck, take the time to look around, as there may be valuable information hidden nearby that can assist you. This aspect of the game shares similarities with the Metroidvania genre, where exploration and discovery are essential. However, unlike in Metroid, where acquiring new skills allows you to open the doors, we had a review for it. In System Shock, you often need to search for information to progress. These can involve hunting for clues or instructions on what to do next. Once you obtain the necessary information, you can return to the previous areas and advance the story. In this game, you will revisit previous locations within the space station rather than progressing through a linear tunnel-like structure found in many other games. Each level in the game, such as reactor, medical, storage and security levels, has a unique purpose and is designed to resemble a real facility. For instance, the medical level will resemble a hospital environment, while each level maintains its distinct characteristics. This game is played from a first-person perspective, allowing you to interact with various objects, pick them up, engage in melee combat, and use ranged weapons. Throughout the game, you will encounter different types of enemies that you'll need to eliminate or sneak past if you prefer. However, System Shock isn't a mindless shooter like Doom. There are not much ammunition, and it's different types of them, each more effective against specific targets, such as organic or robot enemies. The enemy roster in System Shock is diverse and engaging. It includes cyborg assassins, security robots, mutants, autobombs, and more. These enemies have unique appearances, but they also exhibit different movements, patterns, and combat behaviors. You'll need to adapt your strategies and choose your weapons and ammunition wisely, based on the situation. It's possible to encounter situations where mutants and robots attack you together, adding to the challenge and requiring quick thinking and decision making. Good luck! In addition to weapons, System Shock have grenades. Plus, sometimes you will explore virtual reality to hack computers. It looks like a flight simulator and can diversify the game process. One interesting aspect of the game is customization. At the beginning, you install different attachments that modify your interface. And I don't know what you will find here, but for example, in the original game there was a camera attachment that allows you to see what's happening behind you. That could be really handy. Throughout the game, you will encounter puzzles. While they may not be extremely challenging, they will still require some thought and effort to solve. It's important to remember that the space station is under the control of a deranged AI. Perhaps the AI madness stems from the realizing that the internet, like itself, was created not for scientific discoveries or education, but for porn. And this AI madness adds an intriguing layer to the narrative. Additionally, there are instances where you won't be able to progress to another location or open certain doors until you lower the security level. How you achieve this and overcome such obstacles will be part of your exploration and discovery within the game. Plus, there is a lot of garbage scattered everywhere, like syringes and crumpled cans. You can vaporate them to obtain special resources, which you can use to create consumables using a special machine. Remember, I mentioned earlier that this game is an immersive sim. Well, in this game, if you drink a Coke, the can won't disappear. Instead, it will remain in your inventory, and you can vaporize it too. The design in this game is truly impressive. I love the retro-futuristic aesthetics, like Fallout or Star Wars. It gives us a glimpse of how people imagined the future back in 1994, with its neon lights, menacing robots and cool weapon designs. What I appreciate about it is not just the technological aspects or realistic visuals, but the overall great design. Initially, you might notice the large pixels when you start the game, but you quickly forget about them within minutes of playing. Now, let's talk about graphics. This game demonstrates that graphics is not as crucial as larger companies often assume. Despite featuring pixels, the game still delivers a great experience. Just take a look at the PC requirements. Even my phone can handle it. This game, much like Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, showed us that gamers don't necessarily need hyper-realistic and expressive graphics. Developers, I urge you to shift your focus from investing heavily in graphics and instead prioritize the development of captivating gameplay. Remember, it is the gameplay that truly defines the quality and enjoyment of a game. In the end, give this game a try. It may not appeal to everyone, but believe me, games like this is a truly rare gems in the game industry. And it worth your money and time.